Well, good morning and welcome to Thursday morning, the 30th of September. And yes, this is the last day of September. We will move into October tomorrow. Wow. Today's devotion is entitled, I Am Coming Soon. For further reading, they put us to Mark, the Gospel of Mark, chapter 13, verses 28 through 37. Mark chapter 13, verses 28 through 37 for the suggested reading. The lead-in verse, however, comes from Revelation chapter 22 and verse 12. Behold, I am coming soon. My reward is with me, and I will give to everyone according to what he has done. Makes me think right away of the teaching of Jesus, we reap what we sow. One of the striking features of Revelation 22 is that it is punctuated 3 times by the cry of Jesus, I am coming soon, verses 7 and 12 and 20. How are we to interpret this? Does it mean that Jesus predicted that his return would take place almost immediately and that he was mistaken? This is a widely held view, but it is not necessary to reach this conclusion for a number of reasons. Firstly, Jesus said he did not know the day of his coming, Mark 13:32. Only his Father knew it. It is therefore unlikely that he would now pronounce on what he knew he did not know. He was not ignorant of his ignorance. That's a line, isn't it? Secondly, Jesus and his apostles urged his followers in other places to marry and have children, to earn their own living, and to take the gospel to the ends of the earth. These instructions are not compatible with belief in an imminent parousia. Thirdly, Jesus did predict the destruction of Jerusalem within the lifetime of his contemporaries, and it is sometimes hard to discern whether he's referring to this or to the end. Fourthly, apocalyptic is a particular literary genre with its own literary conventions. For example, it expresses what will happen suddenly in terms of what will happen soon. This was so in Old Testament prophecies. How then should we understand the adverb soon? We need to remember that with the great events of Christ's birth, death, resurrection, and exaltation, the new age had already dawned, and that there is now nothing on God's eschatological calendar before the parousia. The parousia is the very next event on his timetable. It was, and still is true to say, wrote Charles Cranfield, quote, that the parousia is at hand, unquote. Thus, Christian disciples are characterized by faith, hope, and love. Faith apprehends the already of Christ's achievement. Hope looks forward to the not yet of his salvation. And love marks our life now in the meanwhile. And so soon may be chronologically inexact, but at the same time, it is theologically correct. I think we need to remember that time is meaningless to God. One day, 1,000 years. 1,000 years, one day. He does not have a clock. He does not wear any kind of timepiece. He does not have a cell phone to remind him of what time it is. So to say soon is to take into account that reality of time. Eternity, we cannot even comprehend that. We are so time bound, dates and times and schedules and all those kinds of things. In the eternity of God, He's just always existed. We cannot grasp that with our small brains. But there came a time in all of that when time became. The earth was created, the universe was created, and things began to move. That's how we date things. That's how we date things. We don't have any idea. For those who believe in evolution, they have no idea how far back things go before what we now know came into existence. And so when you put it all in that context, for this comment, less than these words shared with John in the book of Revelation before 100 AD is nothing. Drop in the bucket. From then until now, until whenever the Lord returns, for him it's soon. It's like we used to tell our kids, when can we go? Oh, soon. Well, soon could be 5 minutes and soon could be 5 days. It's just the way time is for us. And so, I am coming soon. And forget the soon part if you need to. I am coming. And my reward is with me. What a day. Can't wait. Cannot wait for God to cause all things to come to that close. It's tearful. It's mournful for those who will not receive eternal life, who do not have their names written in the Lamb's book of life. But that's his business. That's his timing. He is a righteous judge. Let's live for that day and be prepared. Blessings to you today.